JLo fled the country after some shocking details came out involving Diddy, Justin Bieber, and even Diddy's own kids. And trust me, you do not want to miss this one.
JLo is just, I don't know. Every man she's been with has said the same thing, except for Diddy. Diddy's the only one that said she was a great girlfriend and how he wish he hadn't messed it up.
The parents of divorced kids is for the children to see that the parents respect one another and treat one another with respect. I think you can learn a lot about a man's character.
Jennifer Lopez's past relationship with Sean Diddy Combs has been a topic of discussion of late. Though the singer-actress has maintained her silence on the matter of Diddy, especially following his legal troubles, people have questioned her time and again if she knew that Diddy was involved in all such misdeeds. Now, according to one of Jennifer Lopez's former staff members, the singer-actress had no idea about Diddy's alleged criminal affairs.
Every man she's been with has said the same thing, except for Diddy. Diddy's the only one that said she was a great girlfriend and how he wish he hadn't messed it up.
Now,
How is that the only man in her life that had regrets about their relationship and everybody else ran for the hills? Like, it's not nobody noticing that everybody else that's left her, oh, she was too this, she was this, she was that. But Diddy said she was perfect.
yeah, maybe she was meant for the medal.
What happens if you're only perfect for the devil?
God.
What the f does that make you?
Thea de Sousa, a former employee of Jennifer Lopez who worked with her in the 2000s, the same time when she was in a relationship with Diddy, has claimed that the unstoppable star had no connections to alleged crimes of the rapper, as quoted in a report by The Blast. Ben Affleck recently shared details about the conflicts that led to his divorce from Jennifer Lopez.
The parents of divorced kids is for the children to see that the parents respect one another and treat one another with respect. I think you can learn a lot about a man's character by how they treat the mother of their children. In the interview, sort of said, like, you know, it was the pain of the divorce.
Ben Affleck reportedly indicated that after taking time to reflect on his relationship with Jennifer Lopez, he realized moving forward separately was the healthiest choice for both. Affleck has mentioned the intense media scrutiny surrounding their relationship, which created significant stress and led to conflicts neither could fully overcome.
51-year-old Ben Affleck is ready to call an end to his 2-year marriage, going as far as to claim the decision to tie the knot was down to temporary insanity. A source says that the star has come to his senses after previously being so in love with 54-year-old Jennifer Lopez that he could not think straight. While he has been spotted spending quality time alone with Lopez in recent days, he now feels his head is clear and he can move on. Quote, if there was a way to divorce on grounds of temporary insanity, he would, end quote. The Page 6 source said, quote, he feels like the last 2 years was just a fever dream and he's come to his senses now and understand there is just no way this is going to work, end quote. Meanwhile, JLo is reportedly talking to Ben's ex-wife, Jennifer Garner, to prevent Ben from relapsing.
Jennifer Lopez and Diddy first met in 1999 while collaborating on one of her music videos, igniting a high-profile romance that captured media attention. Their relationship quickly became iconic, partly due to their memorable coordinated fashion choices at major events like the MTV Video Music Awards. One of their most famous appearances featured Lopez in a show-stopping white bandana ensemble, complementing Diddy's matching white suit.
They're always dressed to impress. MTV couldn't get enough of them. Remember TRL? Anywhere they went, paparazzi followed. This was a different time. Everyone wanted to know what they were going to wear. Puffy's white party, Loved Up, and everyone was like, OMG, they're so cute. Then December 1999, they go to a party in New York. There are pew-pews involved. They both get arrested. Later, JLo was off the hook. I vividly remember people were like, goodness gracious, poor JLo, she's with a bad boy, they should break up. But they didn't. They went to the Grammys together. She wore this Versace gown. Everyone lost their minds. They coordinated wearing matching white outfits at the MTV Video Music Awards. Then it came all crashing down. Valentine's Day 2001, they announced they broke up. 7 months later, she married Chris Judd. and then they divorced after 9 months. Diddy and Kim Porter reconciled, although maybe they were seeing each other in between, and who knows who else he was seeing.
Despite their breakup, Lopez's past with Diddy continues to spark interest, especially after her recent reunion with Ben Affleck. Speculation exists that Affleck's past split from Lopez may have stemmed from challenges linked to Lopez's previous relationships, including her history with Diddy.
But now with news breaking that allegedly JLo is on those raid tapes, freak-off tapes, and we already talked about that was the reason that they were getting a divorce, and I'm gonna tell you all about that, and we need to get caught up, because I don't like, now I uncovered this JLo stuff August 3rd. Well, let me show you real quick everything that happened, how bad it got, and we're gonna get to JLo. Diddy's longtime PR guru has called it quits, disconnecting him, disabling the emails. In other words, she's saying, get somebody else to do it. Now, it's been widely known in the industry that JLo had sex tapes with Diddy. Now, those tapes were the reason that her first husband, Chris Judd, and then ended, and then also Ben Affleck. Now, what I said August 3rd was, the rumor was Ben Affleck was pushing for divorce all out of nowhere because he got wind that the Puffy Diddy freak-off tapes were coming out, and JLo was on there, and she could be implemented and charged.
There has been a long-standing allegation that Jennifer Lopez once introduced a friend to a party hosted by Diddy during their relationship.
Jennifer Lopez didn't just leave the country for a vacation. Rumor has it she's distancing herself from the chaos tied to Diddy. And it all stems back to an incident involving one of her youngin' female friends, just 11 years old at the time. So the story goes that during a party, Diddy pressured JLo into making her friend do unthinkable things involving bottles, while the adults around just watched, pushing the limits of what's acceptable and leaving everyone there with a story they probably wish they could erase from their memory.
Diddy's parties were known for their high-profile guest lists and extravagant atmosphere, often attracting media attention and speculation.
This one is wild. According to sources, that same female youngin was involved in yet another disturbing incident where she strapped down Bieber while Diddy and his own sons took turns with him. It was like something out of a twisted fantasy, only this was real life. People in the industry knew about it, but nobody spoke up. It was just one of those dark secrets you'd only hear whispers about. Something so messed up that even the biggest names kept it hush-hush to avoid the fallout. Bieber's been through a lot, but this might explain some of the deeper issues he struggled with over the years.
Due to their previous connection, some speculate that this renewed scrutiny could affect Lopez's career as well, pointing to a butterfly effect, where past associations come under public analysis.
This is JLo, aka Jenny from the block. Where she got the nickname from, I don't know, but it might have something to do with that whole club situation back in the late 90s involving P. Diddy and Sean, where someone ended up getting in the face. But my girl Jaguar Wright was actually speaking on the situation about how JLo tries to disassociate herself from situations like that, and how Benny Medina actually removed her from P. Diddy and put her with someone new.
All Jennifer Lopez had to do was marry a white boy, Oscar winner, for people to stop remembering that she had a gun in her pocketbook. She had gunshot residue on her hands the night that Natanya was shot at that club. For all we know, that bullet came from the gun that was in her hand. And not once has she spoken up for the betterment of that woman. Not once has she donated to her family or for her medical bills that she's still paying, or say something in her defense to stop Puffy from gaslighting her and trying to put hits out on her because he was afraid that maybe one day they would open the case and she still has the bullet fragments in her face. Like JLo has said nothing.
While Lopez and Diddy's relationship ended decades ago, the media and public sometimes revisit their past as new information surfaces about his controversies. However, Lopez herself has not been implicated in any of these legal issues, and she remains focused on her current career and projects.
Nothing. really thought that just running off and marrying Ben Affleck was gonna take you out of the Diddy downfall?
Do you agree with Jaguar, or do you think it's just a coincidence? It's your boy Brian. Much respect.
Jaguar Wright, known for her outspoken revelations about the music industry, recently turned her focus to Jennifer Lopez, claiming that Lopez has presented an image to the public that isn't genuine. According to Wright, Lopez has curated a persona over her career that masks her true character, suggesting that she has been acting her entire life to shape a certain narrative about herself.
Now, what it is she is the perfect example of what happens when you don't want to be yourself. She can't sing, but they got her a microphone and let her pretend.
So let me
She
ask.
was an okay actress, but you know, she was good at acting. She'd been doing that all her life. You know, and she wanted to be Barbie, and she wanted to have Ken. But if you were to really find the dolls.
The infamous 1999 nightclub incident involving both Jennifer Lopez and Diddy recently resurfaced in discussions due to Diddy's ongoing legal troubles. At the time, both Lopez and Diddy were briefly detained after gunfire erupted, resulting in several injuries and intense media coverage.
Jaguar Wright told us that JLo is going to be investigated with Diddy. Jaguar Wright said that Diddy and JLo are both going to be investigated for the 1999 nightclub shooting where the victim said that Diddy pow-powed her in the face. Jaguar Wright said that there was a Law and Order SUV episode that was made depicting the truth about what really happened that night at the nightclub and who was all involved, and how a rapper was made to take the fall even though it really wasn't him, and how they tried to get this woman away from having to testify. And she said that this episode depicted the truth about what really happened that night, and then Law and Order SUV took this episode down and then scrubbed it. JLo was depicted as an actual accomplice, and she was taking part in these crimes. So I went and did a little bit of digging because I found this super weird, and it said back in the day Lopez may have had a hand in Puppy's case, says an eyewitness. Jaguar Wright also said that in this episode that they were hiding the woman that was depicted to be JLo out, that way she wouldn't have to testify. And as you can see here, I pulled up another article. Lopez won't testify in Combs' gun trial. Jennifer Lopez says she will not take the stand at the weapons trial against former boyfriend and rap mogul Sean Puffy Combs.
While Lopez was cleared and distanced herself from the incident, Diddy's legal troubles have revived this incident in the public eye, leading to renewed scrutiny of the past actions of those involved.
Jay-Z, Aaliyah, and many more. But I do want to remind you guys that Diddy and JLo had a very public relationship. JLo was pursuing acting throughout their relationship, and in one project, she had a kissing scene in which Diddy publicly shamed. He did not want her kissing anyone else, which is rich coming from someone like him.
Speculation is growing around the possibility of tapes involving Diddy, which are rumored to include other high-profile figures, being leaked. Such tapes could potentially reveal uncomfortable or compromising situations, creating a sense of anxiety among those involved, including Lopez, who has carefully maintained her reputation. Given the historical connection between Lopez and Diddy, any such leak could potentially drag Lopez into the current scandal, sparking concern over the potential impact on her public image.
Now, allegedly, one of the reasons to Ben Affleck leaving Jennifer Lopez is because of Diddy. I mean, I will say this, look, there are so many rumors of alleged tapes, alleged freak-off tapes that Diddy allegedly recorded of celebrities doing crazy things, and he has in his vault allegedly. Take a shot every time I say allegedly, you guys know how it goes. And allegedly, he's not afraid to release them. So I think right now, all celebrities are really tiptoeing. If this is true, I'm sure celebrities are terrified of this.
Jaguar Wright has also accused Jennifer Lopez of being untrustworthy, further claiming that Lopez should be held accountable for allegedly mistreating Natana Rubin, a lesser-known figure in the entertainment industry.
Jennifer Lopez, when she's finally held accountable for the part she played
in the harm that was put on Natanya Rubin's life.
Do you think they'll bring up charges on Jennifer Lopez?
They better. She committed perjury. And the attorney that was representing the defense side of that suborned perjury. Last time I checked, there's no statute of limitation on perjury. We can start there. Let's bring Jenny to the cell block. She's been to every other block.
Sometimes they'll open up a case to bring light on other cases. Do you feel the Shine, the club night with him and Jennifer Lopez will come back to light?
Oh, absolutely, it has to.
Diddy's legal woes have caused waves across Hollywood, with reports that other celebrities might be implicated in his alleged activities. Rumors have emerged about a tape containing explicit content involving Diddy and another recognizable figure.
We have a long list of names, and obviously this is a very sensitive situation. The worst thing we could do is name somebody who was involved or allegedly involved and not have our ducks in a row. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be involved in ruining someone's reputation by making a mistake. Obviously a lot of this is hard to corroborate. I mean, you're talking about a situation where somebody is, who thinks that all their dreams are about to come true. They're there with somebody who's a mega star and other stars in the room, and they think all kinds of good things are going to happen to them, and probably the worst thing that could happen to them happens. But yes, there are people who owned private homes, people who owned private venues, people that were in the room, people that I'm going to allege knew what was going on and either participated in it, encouraged it, egged it on, if you will, or somehow benefited from it. And that's going to be different for every case. I mean, these are individual cases at different points in time with different people involved, and there'll be different defendants in each case.
Without naming names, because certainly I appreciate you being responsible enough, and dare I say I would have been responsible enough to say I'm not going to even get into names of allegations. I wouldn't put that out there.
The identities of those involved are said to be apparent in the footage, stirring significant concern in the industry and fueling speculation on who else might be exposed if such material becomes public.
Alleged co-conspirators, are they public figures? Are they well-known people in Hollywood, in the music industry? Are they people who worked for P. Diddy Combs? Could you be specific in that regard?
I would say yes to all the above. Yeah.
Yes to all of the above.
All the above. People that names that you would know, some people's names you wouldn't know, but are people that are in management or executive positions.
In light of these developments, Lopez is reportedly making efforts to distance herself from any potential association with Diddy's alleged criminal activities.
The A-list celebrity everything in her mind has hired a lawyer to deal with statements she made to police 2 decades ago. Now, Jennifer Lopez has been receiving a lot of backlash lately, but you might be wondering what happened 2 decades ago. Well, once upon a time, JLo was dating Diddy. We made an entire video about it, and she got into some criminal activity involving passing a gun over to Diddy so that he could shoot someone that he was in a fight with at the club. Actually, Diddy supposedly used JLo as his little gun mule, because she had a purse on her, he would have her hold his weapons. Someone said her being pissy about the depiction on South Park proves how uptight and rude she is. It was a fun gag, which I'm like, wait, hold on.
The threat of potential revelations from Diddy's legal troubles appears to have Lopez concerned about the stability of her reputation. If Diddy is arrested or further incriminated, Lopez and others connected to him might face heightened scrutiny.
All these stories are coming out, and all these celebrities are freaking out that suddenly their names are involved. But the biggest one that you and I have both heard is concerned is Jennifer Lopez. She was his girlfriend for quite a while. The first time we really took note of her on a red carpet was the year that she went with Diddy and wore the famous green Versace dress. That launched her into the fashion world. And they were together a decent amount of time. He helped produce her first big album. She was there with the club shooting. I remember her standing on the steps of the courts in New York in a big white fur. She's got to be like, I don't need any more drama right now.
She's not having the best year of her life, is she?
No, she is not.
This could bring uncomfortable details to the surface, especially if her past involvement in his circle is examined more critically.
But one thing I want to talk about is the P. Diddy arrest, his denied bail, the celebrities now that are running. You got people scrubbing their accounts like Pink, Megan Fox, other celebrities. You got Dwayne Wade now being aired out. This is a cascade effect that's just it's gonna be a web of intricacies that lead to everybody. You got so many celebrities right now terrified, and the purpose of this and the reason why it's simmering right now is because they're being adrenalized. This October, we're gonna see more names released. That's just a hunch. We're gonna see the push for World War III. Things are gonna escalate like we've never before seen in October. I think this is gonna lead to politicians, to everybody. But like I said, both sides are gonna go in, and they failed twice on Trump, which means they're gonna use other methods and means to accomplish a goal.
This backlash reflects a larger frustration among fans who may see her current silence as disingenuous in light of the controversy surrounding her former partner.
Holy smokes, dude. Like, this is bad for JLo. I didn't even know this was going on. Just check this out. So she posted this new magazine cover or whatever, right? 7 days ago. Look at her comments. She is acting like she's innocent. Can you explain what you did at Diddy parties? Shame on you. You will all be locked up one by one. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. I always felt bad, but now worse. I hope your kids don't grow up to be like you and have friends that go to freak-offs, poor kids. And then even when you guys go to this post from 6 days ago, has 120,000 likes or whatever, but clearly she's aware of the comments, right? Because the comments on this post have been limited. So she knows people are commenting this stuff.
With all the recent revelations, do you believe Jennifer Lopez should address her past relationship with Diddy, or is it fair for her to stay silent? That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.